Right, Sean, Katie, Sean. Katie, Bridgerton, what happened?
Shouldn't you be doing this?
Well, do the intro then, lad. You know when the record button's pressed, you do the intro.
No, I'll just do a thing. But we can both talk about what happened, can't we? So what happened in the first episode?
Colin's a rake.
Yeah, I was seeing loads of comments, people saying they like the fact that he picked up on his rakiness. Yeah, he's going to flirt with everyone, isn't he? It's a bit like...
Yep.
But we think it's an act.
Yep.
We both think it's an act. We don't think he's actually like that. What else? Penelope seems to be shunned by not only Eloise, but it seemed like Colin at the beginning, and he tried to make up with her, didn't he? Kept on trying to talk to her.
Yep.
It wasn't until the ball at the end of the episode that she had kind of told him why she wasn't wanting to talk to him.
She also tried to have like a blooming.
A blooming?
Like a Cinderella thing.
A blooming.
I don't know what... Yeah, like she wanted to come out of her cage a little bit.
Yeah, I've just never heard the term blooming. Yeah, she did have a Cinderella moment, didn't she, where she took the cape off and there she was.
Yeah, but she's still a bit awkward.
Yeah.
She told Francesca... Is it Francesca? Yeah.
Yeah.
She told Francesca she's still a bit unsure.
Yeah.
Not socialised, probably.
She was nice to Franceska, wasn't she? Because she was very nervous about... She just seems like a really quiet, kind of introverted person.
Who, Francesca?
Yeah, and so she was nice to Francesca by saying, like, don't just, stay by the wall like her because you'll find it hard to come off it. Which was really sweet of Penelope to say.
Yeah. What else happened? Anthony and Kate are mating everywhere. They're also saying how they would like to keep Violet in the house as Viscountess so they can enjoy an elongated honeymoon.
Yeah, because Violet had said, didn't she, about going to, what did she call that, a dowager house?
Yeah.
Or something. Basically just her own house.
Yeah.
And Kate had said something very nice, which is that in India the mothers stay with the families. That'd be nice if Violet got to stay around a bit. She wasn't just sent off.
And Colin said he would help Penelope.
Find a husband.
Yep. And
She
wrote a piece as Whistledown,
him,
yeah. Basically saying how he's changed and a lot of people won't like it.
And it was typical because she wrote that after
the ball.
After the ball, and she had seen him flirting with everyone, but then he came out, didn't he? And he was being really nice to her and really genuine, and then she felt bad about writing it.
Yeah.
And obviously that's difficult because Eloise knows it's her now, so everything she writes, you have to be careful with angering Eloise. And Colin said, didn't he? Said he hates Lady Whistledown and that he'll. What did he say? He
said that he would find out who she is, and she should be the one worrying if he does. And she also challenged the Queen, because as was made clear, the Queen she doesn't always select diamonds. That actually in the previous season that it was Whistledown who selected the diamond, not the Queen. So she essentially challenged her.
Risky.
Yep, and Eloise is friends with that dreadful woman.
Cressida.
Calliope. What?
Cressida. We always do this. You always forget that Cressida.
Cressida. I like giving her different names because I don't like her. Yep, so this is episode 2. Let's watch. That was close.
You waiting for the intro?
No, just there's always some...
That's a pineapple.
Evidently, diamonds are not so rare after all.
I hear my choice last year, Miss Edwina, has made a splendid match abroad.
Certainly, Your Majesty. So why not continue
No, she's not in it, is she?
with your success?
And give Whistledown exactly what she wants, I will not. My sparkler shall make the best match of the season. And then Whistledown will be reminded once and for all It is she who should be afraid.
Gentle reader.
I'm glad your mamma let you keep your dresses. The looking glass does not lie.
The truth is, that which some dismiss
that's quite nice
as
of her, isn't it?
rock, time reveals to be precious stone. A fact the new Baron of Kent and his family are learning this
Oh, yeah?
very week.
Oh,
Through that door is the east wing, the west wing. And this is your bedchamber, Mrs. Mondrich. Just opposite Mr. Mondrich's.
Separate rooms.
Of course, that is how it is done.
At other times, what appeared to be priceless, under pressure, shatters
so they're both
like
getting separate
glass.
rooms.
Unbelievable. The Kent estate has gone to the son of a boxer. Can you not see we're busy here?
What this author knows to be true is that diamonds are not the only gems that sparkle.
You wear ribbon in your hair, but where's your fan?
Why must I be the object of your curiosity? It is not me whose outlook has most changed.
That's Han Solo over there.
Anthony, you would give society a try. I shall see you both later.
Oh, he's off gallivanting. Oh no, that's Penelope. Now what about Benedict? Isn't Benedict the second oldest?
He was meant to
So,
be the third, I think, by the books,
how do we
but
begin?
they swapped them
And
round.
perhaps there is a book I might read on charm.
Are you saying you want my help after what Lady Whistledown wrote?
She has never been more wrong about anyone.
You know how to wave your fan, flutter your lashes. Often that is all it takes. Men are quite simple beings.
Oh god, I'm not.
I suppose I can show you.
Me. Them.
Oh God,
It's
I
happening. I'm
can't do
not
it.
going to enjoy this, am I?
Can't do it.
This is going to be.
Oh no, bless her.
Gentlemen,
She seemed to get quite
I believe you
on
know Miss
well
Featherington.
with Debbling, didn't she?
How
Naturally.
delightful to see you all. Quite well, my lord.
Ugh. God, I hate this.
Bless her little heart. It's okay, you'll get it.
Debbling.
Okay. Debbling, Lord Debbling.
Say Goldilocks.
Yeah. They seem to quite have a bit of
Yeah, before
natural chemistry before Cressida ruined it.
Prenula ripped her dress. I don't care what her name is.
Nevertheless, she desires to see more.
Does she?
I believe so. And it could be
Look at the two of them.
Oh no, conspiring away.
anyone who has already made their debut.
Oh, bless her.
She doesn't seem interested at all, does she?
No. She'd have even more attention on her, wouldn't she?
Do not let Barley hear about a meeting with a new housekeeper. I might like to change some things when I become the new Lady Featherington.
But I want to keep Varley. Do you not think that you are both putting the cart somewhat before the horse? There is, I trust, every reason to hope both of you might, before long, be presenting the family with an heir.
Familiar with each other.
Well, I should hope you have. How often?
Once.
How
Good
awkward.
grief.
Do you think babies simply appear in your womb?
Oh
You might
god.
be familiar with each other often.
Is this
to
the
create
conversation?
bonds, but I want to be out with my husband showing him off, not in bed.
Is that the conversations that women have over God, he really is a rake.
I forgot about the Featherington thing, yeah. Because she had basically was like,
Same time tomorrow?
he knows that
Perhaps.
what was it? The guy, I can't remember the
Oh
guy.
god, there's breast.
It's the first time. The guy was like, he suspects that Lady Featherington had forged the letter, didn't she? Now, unless they have like a male heir soon, then
Are
it'll
you
go to
quite
someone
sure
else.
you wish to resume my lessons? I would not be angry if you found me to be a lost cause.
I was riding my horse, minding my own business, when I was assaulted by a devilishly yellow head covering.
It was not my fault the wind blew it clean off my head.
Oh, wind or not, you certainly seemed pleased when I landed in the mud.
Oh, Jay, I wonder why.
apologise.
Yes.
Colin, it is impossible to be in society and not care what others think. Society is entirely composed of judgment.
She knows.
Do you know what I discovered when I
Even
was
the hair servant knows.
Hair servant.
No one knew who I was supposed to be. I was entirely freed of being the Colin Bridgerton that Tom knows me to be. I'm sorry about whatever might be coming between you and Eloise. What exactly happened?
Not good.
How'd she get back? Fully unnoticed.
Was that a look as like? Was that a flirty look, or was that
No,
a?
I think that was like you need to get yourself together.
Yeah. Read the signs, boyo.
Why do they have to stay in separate beds, the husband and wife? Get a grip.
It is how it's done in 19th century Britain. Oh no, wait, it's not 19th century, is it? Is it 19th century?
I don't think so.
What, the 1800s?
Might be.
I mean, you know what 19th century means.
I know what 19th century is, but I don't know what era the Regency era falls under.
I understand your hesitation, but remember,
Is that one of-
dawn feeds on the nouveau, and it gets ill-tempered when it is hungry.
Well said.
I think that might be the dresses of the last Lady of Ken, I think, wasn't it?
Because I don't like it. I didn't like that dress.
Lady Danbury says the Queen only waits to be dazzled.
The Queen liked Eloise, didn't she?
Perhaps
Last
there are
season.
others vying for the Queen's favour.
Well, she did like her.
Her scheme.
Then she let her down a bit, didn't she? She also thought that she might be
I have some
Whistledown.
information you might like to know.
I am out of this round.
You coward.
Told you had the strategy. We may need more coins the way Hyacinth is playing.
Are you certain you're not cheating?
Do you think me a magician?
Well, if you are, please teach us some tricks.
No.
Oh, I like Benedict. Benedict likes to be family guy, innit?
I've been eagerly awaiting your visit. You've seen my family play Pall Mall. You know how competitive we are. Hyacinth loves to win. Gregory hates to lose to her. Well, Benedict will refuse to miss the spectacle. Trust me, not one of them will be leaving that table in the immediate future.
Oh, I thought I was just expecting them all to be in there.
I know.
Comfortable at Bridgerton House.
Have you gone mad?
Imagine it with me, Pen. The quartet is by the pianoforte, preparing for the Parisian quadrille. Here, on the sofa, some mamas are debating the merit of the decoration. Across the room, gentlemen are asking young ladies to dance.
Yeah, let's get down to it.
Shall I pretend to flirt with the imaginary cellist?
No, with the dashing suitor you just met by the refreshment.
You?
I'm the perfect person to practice on.
Your eyes. A most remarkable shade of blue. Yet somehow they shine even brighter when you are kind.
I might say something like that if you were a suitor.
Oh god, that wasn't awkward at all, was it?
Well, that was rather direct.
Oh, her shawl. Is that what it's called? A shawl?
I don't know. What the devil are you asking me for?
I'm sure it's a shawl.
That's going to be rather awkward if...
Someone just walks in.
No, I mean if a family think he's been sneaking her around the house without knowing what he's doing. You know, his
Well,
new...
he has been sneaking around the house.
His new rakish behaviour. That's his trench coat.
I don't read it.
Oh.
Stop.
Great certainty that Paris is some of the most beautiful women in the world. How lucky I am to be surrounded by them. The tree-lined streets of Le Marais, the charming cafes along the Seine at times, when the city is still alone at night.
Such an invasion of privacy.
Were you reading that?
No, I did not mean to.
You did not mean to pick up my journal and read it?
No, I did, but I should not have.
Well, no, you should not. Whatever you read was not meant for another's eye. Damn!
Colin, your hand.
It is nothing.
It's not nothing. Stay there.
It's been an absolute disaster of a day, hasn't it? How on earth did he manage to cut his palm?
Put some glass in his hand, wouldn't he?
What, and squeeze? Well, then he deserves...
They have servants, Sean. They probably don't realise how
What, the glass is sharp?
clean, how to clean properly.
Oh.
Perhaps we should pause for the day.
Yeah. Still a massive invasion of privacy.
Will I see you tonight?
Indeed, thank you for the lesson.
Was that a lesson?
At least he got a shawl. Shawl? I think it's more suitable for me to ask you that, you being a woman, than
Do
you
think
asking...
I walk around with shawls?
Than you asking...
I don't walk around with shawls. I don't even know if it is a shawl. Just hurry up and get out of there before someone sees.
Oh, she's absolutely going to bump into someone.
I mean, she said she wanted to be friendless.
I do not need to know details, but I only want to make sure she is not suffering or...
Really conflicted on Eloise
despondent.
She is
so
neither
far.
suffering nor despondent. In fact, she seeks to take a husband this season.
Her husband, Penelope.
I'm only helping her find one.
Is that wise? What if anyone were to find out about your helping her?
Well, who should help her? She does not have any male relatives.
Yes, but you're an eligible suitor. Perhaps the most eligible right now, strangely. It would not look right.
Strangely, bless him.
And that is why we're not telling anyone.
I'm a bit, I'm a bit conflicted on Eloise, because she's obviously straddling the line between she doesn't hate Penelope outright, but she still can't fully forgive her. Good lord, what a headpiece that is. But saying things like that, saying, oh, you can't bring her to the house, it's kind of... Because it's not all of them that hate her.
Finally, they seem to be putting in some work.
Good evening, Mr. Bridgerton. Mr. Bridgerton.
Ladies! And more ladies!
They've taken to hunting in packs.
Mr. Bridgerton, I've yet to see you on the dance floor.
May I have the next dance?
Do you know what? I love how Benedict said, ladies and ladies, they all laughed and looked at Colin as if he said it.
Oh,
Poor Benedict. Benedict's a good looking lad, you know.
I have lost mine somewhere in this splendid celestial display.
There's going to be a lot of these, isn't there? Like a lot of those sort of
Looking into each other's eyes.
from across the room, yeah. That's all it seems to be at the minute.
How's your hand?
Good evening, Miss Featherington.
Oh, Lord Basilio, I did not see you there.
No matter. I cultivate reserve these days anyway.
Life is too short for that, is it not?
What happened?
What happened?
His horse recently died.
You are joking.
I am not. Colin.
It seems Colin is helping her look for a husband.
Oh, I
We
should
used
tell
to
her
say
that
we would be
for.
spinsters together.
And that's rather scandalous of your brother. And even more so for Penelope.
What?
Why would
He
you tell her
literally
that?
said no one's telling anyone.
You dead, but her feelings toward you are clearly altered.
I think we have found your talent.
Indeed, you are a most entertaining speaker. Do not snort.
I can't tell if they're being genuine or sarcastic. I don't like it.
Yeah. I wonder if
I wonder
it's,
if they're using her.
I wonder if it's maybe Prunella trying to give her a...
I thought maybe the ladies were
Mr.
using her as a
Bridgerton,
way to get
you are
to
an
Colin.
excellent dancer.
The pleasure was mine, Miss Stowell.
I was thinking that she might be doing it to pull her further away from Penelope.
Maybe.
Now I see why no one came to the bar for so long. You look to be enjoying your time with the young lady. Are you courting?
No. No. Miss Stowell is lovely, but that was me doing the not resisting bit.
I am not certain Miss Stowell is taking your experiment so casually.
Oh my god.
Excuse me, I must find some taffia. Your situation is making me all the more nervous.
One dancer and Lord and Lady Singer. The rule is you're not supposed to have more than 1 or 2 drinks at these events, and yet they are like that every time. Drunk as fiddlers.
Absolutely sausaged.
Happy. Do you know what both of these couples have in common? They are married, like yourself. Found your match? You are free.
Oh, Benedict! He just keeps climbing the ladder.
Really nice.
Quite the music devotee, and I hear accomplished on the cello as well. A conundrum, to be sure. Perhaps the best thing you can do is to let her be in her natural sphere, then.
Oh God, what is she up to?
Come with me.
That old shrew her. Yeah, Benedict's really climbing the ladder for
Maybe
me.
with a child already.
Inserts himself.
Inserts himself? Inserts himself where?
Oh, God.
What do you and Mr. Finch do?
We kiss, and then he makes an odd sound, and then he goes to change his breeches.
Oh, funny. Now I can stuff my mouth with chocolates without fear of appearing impolite. Excuse me, ladies.
We've nearly had enough time to show off our gifts. Does anyone at least have any good gossip?
Oh!
I don't think of anything at the moment.
Oh, okay, thank God.
Okay.
God, is Prunella changing? I might try and learn her name if she is.
No, I don't think she's
Good
capable.
evening, Lord Remington.
Miss Featherington,
I must admit I do quite enjoy Whistledown.
did you read the passage about Lady Carter's housekeeping? That Lady Horton stole her, and that is why Lady Carter fell off tonight's guest list.
Oh, huh?
I did enjoy myself. Very much.
I'm certain he did as well.
That's not the question he
It
asked.
was rather unseemly that Miss Featherington took his help. Pitiable, I think.
It is kind of him, but
Oh!
so.
What are you whispering about?
Especially someone who is so beyond hope of success. It's actually all rather sad.
Oh, evil cows! Why did they say that?
I cannot.
Oh my God! Eloise, you bloody sausage!
So did Cressida
Did you tell anyone
tell?
of my helping Penelope?
No, I did not mean.
Which means you did.
I confided in Cressida.
Because you thought you could trust her. Why you were friends with Cressida in place of Penelope, I will never understand. What could Penelope possibly have done to warrant such maltreatment?
I 100% agree with them. She might have upset her being Whistledown, but she absolutely did not deserve that. And Eloise should have known better. She's supposed to be the smartest of them all. She just made herself look like a right idiot there. And I don't care what any comments say. Eloise is bottom of the Bridgerton ladder for me now. And Colin's a rake. Shows how little how little I like her.
Sparkling.
You see Danbury's face.
Oh, that little
Conspiring shrew. That's what you wanted to say. What a woman.
But that's not what she wants. She doesn't want to be noticed like that.
No, but it's better that she's been noticed because she's passionate about the thing that she's passionate about, rather than having to.
My lady.
But one must never forget that despite the cover of night, there are still eyes upon us all at all times.
Good evening, Lady Danbury. A letter for you, Mum.
Oh, from the Queen.
Okay, she's enjoying a glass of sherry. Rude.
Apologies for the disturbance.
And while we knew Miss Featherington's marital prospects were slim at best, this recent scandal will certainly make any further hopes disappear.
Oh.
There you are. But perhaps that was your goal, in communicating the secret I told you in confidence. Or can you really just not help being cruel?
I did not communicate your secret. But I did notice Miss Livingston whispering around the room after hovering nearby. You were rather indiscreet when you told me about Penelope. Perhaps if you were more decided about your former friendship, you would not have felt the need to gossip. But perhaps you should like to find a looking glass. Rather than looking at me.
You know what? Penelope makes a good point. Hey, fair play to her.
How could you be so reckless? This family has already endured so much public scrutiny, and now this.
It was foolish to ask us you to.
No, what is foolish is being unreasonable
about what you can achieve. I had thought that when you bought those dresses, it was only for your amusement, not that you earnestly believed you might find a husband in your 3rd year out.
Oh my god! What a horrific woman! God, I hope those other 2 sisters are barren, right? And that she marries Colin and he gets her with child, and then she can have the inheritance.
That's what I said in the last episode, wouldn't it? It'd be funny if she really pushing them to have children and she's the one that has the son.
Once and for all.
What are you doing here?
Thank you, hair servant.
We don't even know her name, and I like her more than
bribed her
anyone
to give
else.
us a moment to learn. I had to see how you were.
You read Whistledown.
She's beastly to write such things about you.
It's her job to report what everyone is talking about. It would have been suspicious if she had not.
And once hope is lost, a lady may become reckless.
Oh.
Colin.
Oh.
Could I ask you something?
Oh!
Of course.
Not good?
Oh god.
Would you kiss me? And I would never expect anything from you because of it, but I am nearly on the shelf and I have never been kissed and I am not certain I ever will be. I could die tomorrow.
You're not going to die tomorrow.
But I could and it would kill me.
You would already be dead.
I do not wish to die without ever having been kissed.
Oh, that's awful. Ah! Come on, Voyo, now's the time. Now's the time to be a rake. Come on, big man, do it. Come on. Oh, he did it. Oh.
Oh.
Oh my. Oh, no, no. Good for them.
It's happened a lot sooner than I thought it would.
There's definitely some fireworks going off there.
Come on. Let it click. Let it sink in.
Nah, it's a rake. They don't catch on until like episode 6. Oh dear. There's a lot happened there, didn't it? Good lord. Alright, so now, right, rankings is like Eloise at the very bottom. Benedict at the top. Benedict's really...
I like Benedict.
He really came out with his thingy there.
I've always liked Benedict. He's always been the kind of the more understanding and more kind of...
Yeah. The rest are like constantly shifting as each episode goes, but...
Eloise,
good grief, Eloise really let herself down in that episode.
Do you know what it is? I like Eloise, but it seems like she's just been very stubborn now.
Yeah.
And she's, in a way, she wants Penelope to have a friend and to not be miserable and all this stuff. Like, she still cares about her, but she's unwilling to apologise because of her own stubbornness.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's just letting this continue, and she's... I thought it would have been Cressida that said something, so in a way it's kind of good it wasn't Cressida.
Yeah.
But...
because it puts the focus more on her, doesn't it? On Eloise,
Yeah.
rather than Prunella.
Because it was more of just like, well, you shouldn't have said it at all.
Yeah.
Because anyone could have heard, not just...
If a secret is given to you in confidence, you don't go and tell the first person you bump into.
Yeah.
You know, and it's kind of... Yeah, because I've always struggled with Eloise. I know everyone likes Eloise and things like that, and this will be one of those things that people will either crucify me for or understand why I'm saying it. I always admired that she was obviously among the smartest of them all.
Mm.
You know, I liked the bits where she was going out and she was seeing that pauper boy, and you know, they were getting on, and she seemed to be developing a romance. I can't get over the fact that she's still so angry at Penelope, right? I understand she didn't tell her the big secret when she was hunting her, and I know Penelope wrote some nasty things about her, but only to stop the Queen thinking it was her, which can be explained away straight away. But then in this episode, I agree with you that you know, she seems to be, she still cares about Penelope, obviously, you know, and it's her own stubbornness that's stopping her being friends with her. But that there just seemed to really rewind Eloise a lot.
The thing as well, though, that I don't understand, and I think maybe I'm looking too much into it, but when her and Colin were talking about Penelope wanting a husband, and Eloise said really, like she was actually shocked. It's like Penelope's made that known for the past 2 seasons. To Eloise, that's some of the reasons why they've had disagreements and fallen outs in the past, was that Penelope wants a husband and Eloise doesn't. So is the fact that she was genuinely shocked that Penelope is actually actively looking for a husband, is it because she just completely just forgot about that? Or she just never really... She kind of just set it aside because Eloise didn't want a husband, and so it didn't matter that Penelope...
Yeah, I think it's a bit like what Cressida was like there. I think there was a lot more to Cressida's comments there. I'm calling her Cressida now, by the way, because I like that bit at the end there. I think it's a lot more an expansion on Cressida's thing, is that Eloise seems to be so...
about herself.
Like, it's all about her struggles, her... You know, her battle with her mother, and her not wanting a husband, and you know, she doesn't have any gifts, but then she does have a gift, and she has friends everywhere, and everyone wants to, you know, all that stuff. Whereas if she just sort of went outward a touch, she'd realise Penelope's always wanted a husband.
So the thing is, because I've always, and I don't know if this is deliberate or if it's just the way the writing is, but it feels oftentimes that Eloise kind of mocks people for having kind of the idealistic, like
the normalised.
Yeah, like the first was it the first what were they talking about in the first episode with all the girls, and she just seemed like she was completely like disgusted by it.
I can't remember.
Just whenever like any girls or anyone like tries to talk to her, like a mother tries to talk to her about like ladylike things, she always kind of like scoffs and like just kind of thinks it's, you know, not worth her time because she doesn't like it. And it's like, well, no, just because you don't like it doesn't mean other people can't like it.
Yeah.
Just because you don't particularly want a husband doesn't mean Penelope can't have a husband.
Yeah. She's so against the grain that she can't allow other people to be
with
it's like
the idea that someone else would want this thing is just so like, it's just so unreasonable and so shocking.
Because she finds it unreasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe it's character development. Maybe like, I assume she's eventually going to find a husband. So when she gets to that point, maybe she like will realise her mistakes. But it's just.
I hope people don't think that I'm, you know, hating on a character, because I have liked Eloise.
Oh yeah, I mean we've both said it.
It was just, this episode especially. Yeah, I think we're both right that. It's time for Eloise to really have some introspection, because what happened there was really horrible. That was worse than anything Whistledown's done.
Yeah.
To turn like the entire party against her just because she was hopeful for a husband and didn't believe in herself to get a husband.
Yeah.
So she helped the guy who is literally drawing the eyes of all the people around him.
Someone she's been friends with for years.
Yeah, it's like, to me that's completely reasonable. Like behaviour from Penelope. But what Eloise did, and just saying the secret to the first person she walked up to that happened to be our friend, is just it's ignorant and sort of to a whole new level more than anything else.
I hope there's going to be some serious character development with Eloise. Probably not just this season, but maybe next season as well. I assume it's probably going to go Benedict next, and then maybe Eloise. So there might be like 2 seasons worth of development, 3 seasons worth of development.
I want Benedict to be happy, because Benedict was really, really nice there.
I really like Benedict. I've always kind of preferred, like, not that I dislike the others, but I've always kind of preferred Benedict.
Yeah. He just seems like the one that's got time for all of them, doesn't he?
Yeah, like he cares about his family. He's still, you know, he kind of goes against the grain as well, doesn't he? But he's still respectful of
and he cares about his friends.
Yeah.
That bit with the Kents was nice.
I really like Benedict.
Yeah. I wonder if the whole point of that party was to highlight how nice Benedict was and how not very nice Eloise is. Maybe it's going to go the opposite way further into the series. Maybe this is both of them, like...
I don't believe anything could happen with Benedict that would make us dislike him. I don't think that's possible. And I refuse to believe that that's possible. But I do hope anyway, because I do like Eloise. I do hope that she has some development and she realizes that she's the one kind of now in the wrong, not Penelope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe because Penelope just wrote that piece on herself, being sort of nasty to herself. Eloise will realise it's kind of like, you know, she has to write these things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so when she wrote those things about me, there was a reason she wrote them.
Yeah.
And then this is the beginning of the friendship renewing itself.
I mean, yeah.
What are you digging for? Yeah.
It's going to be an awkward one when Colin finds out that Penelope's Lady Whistledown, isn't it? This is twice now in 2 episodes that he's mentioned about finding her, and she'll be the one that's, you know, her reputation will be damned, and she'll be the one that is afraid and stuff, and it's like, oh my god. Colin.
There's going to be some awkward episodes, and that was an awkward episode.
But that's just, like, what a way to end that, though. So they've kissed, and now obviously she's kind of like...
She thinks it was pity, but maybe he starts having some stirrings.
I think now, this is because there's always tropes, isn't there? It's like the Penelope, Daphne and Hastings pretending to be in a relationship, then actually being in a relationship, and Anthony and Kate hating each other and then loving each other. Like, is this going to be one where it's like she's always been in love with him, but then she kind of pulls back because she thinks that's not possible, and then he falls in love with her, and
that's what I think there. I think that's her going, I've had my case now, I don't care if I don't get married.
Yeah.
And she's going to run off, but in that sort of final shot there, Colin's like, oh my goodness. You
So
know.
I was saying, like, have it click, have the moment, realise that you've actually always loved her.
Yeah.
There's no one like Penelope Featherington.
Yeah. She's not, you know, one of these sort of grunts flapping a
fan and
I don't have a fan.
batting her eyelashes.
Yeah.
The fan.
Yep.
I'll be a fan for you.
But then, yeah, you know, and it'll be like, he's the one for her.
No.
She's the one for him. But I guess we'll see. That was us reacting to episode 2. Thank you for all the lovely comments. People have been putting very nice comments on. Basically saying how amazing I am. So one that said we should react to something called the dress colour theory. What's that?
That we should react to it?
Yeah.
Oh, I think, yeah, I mean...
Someone said that they would love to see my reaction to the dress colour theory. I don't know what it is.
Oh, I don't know. I know there's like... The costume creators have talked about specific colours, and how specific colours have different meanings for the characters and the houses.
Like connotations.
Yeah, so like the Featheringtons being very like vibrant and bold, and then Penelope kind of veering off from that and stuff. So it might maybe something like that. How the different colours represent different things.
Yeah, but people have been saying some nice things. I appreciate it. And obviously we've just said there that we both dislike Eloise at this point. So let's try and keep it nice. Let's try and keep the comments nice. Just nice. Let us know what you think down in the comments. Don't spoil anything. Like the video, subscribe, ding the bell to be notified when we upload. We upload every day if we can. Anything else you want to say? Next video, Katie's doing the intro and outro. The Bridgerton.
Okay. That's enough.
Anything else you want to say?
All in all, I want Franceska to find someone nice.
Well,
She's really sweet, and she just wants to play our music and just have.
Looks like she's heading towards being the diamond. I'd be interested.
That's not what she wants, though.
No, but when there's royalty involved, when do we ever get what we want? I don't know. I made that up on the spot there.
I couldn't tell if that was meant to be satirical or
It
not.
was no. It's just something that I thought I should say. Yeah. Thank you for watching.